Your research question is the most important thing. And a lot of people think, oh, but I'm going to write about X, Y, and Z, but what that is a topic. And that's great, that's really exciting. But you can't actually write a PhD on a topic. You're trying to answer a question. And so that's one of the hardest things, actually, is to find out what question you're trying to answer.
Just write for the bin. Write to throw it away. And the reason for this is, if you don't write and then you go out and do your research and come back after 2 years, 3 years even, and start trying to write, if you haven't been writing that whole time, you'll find it very difficult. If you've been writing that whole time, it's easy just to kind of keep going and ease into it. So my advice would be write every day and don't worry about what you're writing.
Try and do something simple. Don't make it very broad, because I've done that. I've started with a very broad topic and then you start constricting it.
Kind of relax in the first 6 months at least, and to not feel too scared about being, for your reading, being so amorphous in relation to the different directions it takes, because I think it's really important to kind of start with a really broad sense of where you might go with your research, to really use those first 6 months.
Try to get some writing done every day. That would be one thing, because I realized how much, and one should enjoy oneself when one is a PhD student, but putting a little bit of work in every day would not hurt, especially towards the end.
Make sure that you're owning your research, that it is essentially what you want to do, and that whoever is supervising you is supportive of that vision and whatever that goal is. And to make sure you do something you're really, really interested in, because otherwise you're going to hit like the 3rd, 4th year point and just wonder why you signed up for this. So
is to have a sense of perspective and realise that it's about exploration and opportunity, and you don't get that opportunity to do that in other times in life, is to really pursue something you're very interested in and to explore all the way around that as well and look at things from different angles. So when people, question what you're doing, don't feel that's threatening, but think of that as an opportunity.
Well, I would encourage them to join any social event possible, and societies are a good tool to do that and to integrate yourself in the academic life.
You need to take the lead of making the most out of supervision meetings and setting up agendas and asking directly what you want. It's not going to come to you on a plate. So I think the really important thing is to set up the dynamics of the supervision relationship from the outset. So I would go to all the trans skills courses at the start, which are there's courses about how to manage your relationship with your supervisors. I would suggest go on those in your first year and kind of set the boundaries of that relationship from the outset.
Spend a couple of days orientating yourself to the layout of the city. What's the wonderful thing about Edinburgh is that it's incredibly easy to navigate on foot, and I think that's quite a nice thing for an incoming student wanting to kind of get a sense of the city, just to try and walk around and get your bearings.
And enjoy your time while you're doing your PhD. It's just not all hard work. Have a lot of fun. It's a beautiful city and you can walk almost everywhere.
Enjoy it as much as possible. Just enjoy everything. Enjoy the theatre, the academics, making new friends, taking the architecture, visit the museums, go to the palace. Just take it all in and enjoy it.
If you can, go and eat at the Kitchen. It's a Michelin-starred restaurant down in Leith. And usually, a student especially would never be able to afford it. But you can go for lunch. It's a 3-star, a 3-course Michelin restaurant meal for 25 quid, which is actually 5 courses. So it's really something that you want to splash out on, right? So you finish your PhD and you go out for this, or you get a job and you go out, but go. I mean, sometime in your life you need to eat at this restaurant. It's amazing.